Paulie the Magic Man, Malignaggi, believes that Anthony Joshua would lose to Tyson Fury. And I'm going to quote some of the things he said. I think Fury is the best heavyweight in the world. So I think Fury would beat Joshua. I'd love to see it. I think Joshua is a guy who wants to learn and is passionate about his boxing. I think Fury is more technically gifted. He's a 6'9" guy who moves around like an athlete. It's very difficult. He's very, very nimble, and it's hard to catch up to him. And when you do, you're like a midget compared to him. You can't be rough with him because he's too big and strong. He's a difficult guy to deal with. So there you have it. Paulie Malignaggi believes that Fury would beat Joshua because he thinks he's more technically gifted. And he says that he doesn't believe you could rough up somebody like Tyson Fury because he's too big and strong. I disagree with that. I do think that the way to beat Tyson Fury, one thing I will say is with this is when it comes to the technical side, I do think that Fury is, if not the most talented heavyweight, technically he is. If he's not the most, he's close to being the most. Because I don't think I've seen any heavyweight out there right now currently who has the boxing skills of Tyson Fury. I think he's hands down one of the most talented fighters in his division. When it comes to just playing boxing, like if he fought somebody in a chess match, he's probably going to beat you, especially if you're shorter than him, right? So I've always felt that like if you're going to beat Fury, you have to bring the fight towards him. I think that's when he's most vulnerable. When you force him to fight you on the inside, like when he fought Otto Wallen. Otto Wallen gave Tyson Fury a tougher fight than Deontay Wilder gave Tyson Fury, because Otto Wallen was bringing the fight to Tyson Fury. All right, that was and you would think it's kind of weird, right? You would think that Wilder would be a more difficult challenge, right? Yeah, Wilder had he wasn't as successful as Otto Wallen, because Wilder is not a guy who knows how to fight on the inside, and Wilder is a guy who's not a guy who knows how to walk an opponent down. Wilder's more of a guy who he would throw a jab, and he waits to land his right hand. I always felt that the way to beat somebody like Fury is to bring the fight towards him. When it came to Wilder's a very small heavyweight. He's like 215 pounds or whatever. He was 230 when he fought Tyson Fury, but there's a massive, when it comes to like weight, Fury was way heavier than Wilder, and you could see it in the fight. He was way more physically stronger than Wilder in the inside. He was just throwing him around like a ragdoll, but Fury wouldn't be able to do that when it comes to like bigger heavyweights. For example, like say he was in there against that PED cheat, what's his name, Jarrell Miller. Now I would pick Jarrell Miller to lose against Fury, but I don't think Fury would be able to just manhandle Jarrell Miller on the inside, because Jarrell Miller is a massive man. He's like 300 pounds. And Miller is way better on fighting on the inside compared to somebody like Deontay Wilder. So like somebody like Miller might have some success roughing up Tyson Fury if he's capable of pinning him down. So I think that when it comes to inside fighting, I think that Joshua is stronger and better than somebody like Deontay Wilder on the inside. I've seen him fight on the inside. I think he's physically stronger. And I think that if Joshua were to beat Fury, I think he would have to bring the pressure towards Fury. I think he would have to go to the body. I'm very impressed. I'm a big fan of Fury, but I don't think Fury is unbeatable. I think that Fury can be beat. Like I said, when it comes to him losing, I see him losing to a guy who smothers him. I think that's how you beat somebody like Fury. Now, if Joshua decided to fight a boxing match against Fury, I think Joshua gets schooled by Fury. I think Fury just wins easily like that against Joshua. I do not think that Fury, although I might be wrong, but I do not think that Fury would fight Joshua the way he fought Wilder in the rematch. I think that he wouldn't take that approach. I don't think he would walk down Joshua. I might be totally wrong. Maybe he would. And but I think it'll be beneficial to Joshua. But at the same time, I have seen Joshua struggled when he's being pushed back and when he's being walked back. So maybe that's not a bad idea. Maybe it is a good idea for for Fury to walk down Joshua.